Hey guys, Starman Jude here. So I finally decided to pick up the DLC to the Long Dark Tales from the Far Territory. Uh, I have been absolutely fascinated with this DLC. The devs released this back in November of 2022, and they made it well aware that it was not complete upon release. They were going to release new features periodically, and now I think they've gone into the third part of their release. So they've actually released quite a bit since the release, which is fantastic. The first of the major releases was the new regions, the airfield, they called the Forsaken Airfield, the far range branch line, and the transfer pass. So it's a couple of transition locations, and the big airfield region. There's some other updates to this game. I mean, you can go through and look at what all the features are for this DLC if you want, but just some new kind of key feature ones, I guess you could say, would be there's a new weather phenomenon called the glimmer fog, which is kind of like a mixture of heavy fog, because it happens during the daytime. As far as I know, it only happens during the daytime, but it's heavy fog, and it's like an aurora, but it causes a new affliction, which is insomnia. And then insomnia doesn't allow you to get the rest you need while you sleep. There's some other new things, including new weapons, like new rifle variants, a couple new revolvers. I'm not going in any order with the parts that have released. I'm just going with the kind of the general what's been added that are kind of interesting to me anyway. A new challenge, which is a signal void, and I'll probably do a series on the challenges for this game, and we'll probably just go through them one by one. Hopefully I can do them and complete them and whatnot, but anyway, we'll get to that later, another time. But there's other things like shortwave radio, and I'll talk about that a little bit as we're going along. Some new clothing items, new like a fire hardened arrows, some new prepper bunkers, beachcombing, I have no idea what that is, acorns and oak trees. There's a new wildlife, they're called, and I'm sorry if I butchered the pronunciation, ptarmigans. They basically look like little pigeons, like they're small birds, which I'm guessing you can hunt and cook up and all that stuff. There's also a cooking system. So you have recipes. So you have new skillets and all this stuff. And like you can cook all these recipes. I think there's upwards of 24 new recipes. Some simple ones and some more complex ones. But that's pretty cool. And, flashlights, new bedrolls, insulation, a new fishing system that comes with lures, which is in the base game now. So they've added some things to the base game plus some feature stuff into the DLC. So we're gonna kind of go through some of the things with the DLC, but mostly what we're gonna talk about, because one of the things that I wanted to check out when I first got this was, how do you get to the airfield? I mean, that was like first and foremost, like I gotta check out this new region. Like that's okay, let's do it. What I found out, see, there's the new birds. So these little guys here, the ptarmigans, that's what I'm talking about. They look like little pigeons, right? Anyway, so I found that I got lost very fast. The only thing that I could find was that it's connected to the broken railroad. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you guys how to actually get to the airfield. Because it is far and it does take a little bit of a journey, and you do need a few things in order to make the voyage. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on Pilgrim, because we're going to kind of want to keep our need to survive at a minimum for this round, just so I can show you guys how to get to this new airfield if you're lost. So one of the first things that you're going to find, we're going to go with that. Ignore this, because if you first come to the map and you haven't gone to the Far Territory yet, you're going to be presented with this. And this is all you get. And you're like, well, I don't know where this is. That's with me. I was like, I don't know where the new territory is. Like, did the download work? And it did. What I found is that the new regions are connected to the Broken Railroad region. And you can see here it says it's the Far Territory is connected to it. It's the only place you can be where it's going to show you that. So you have to start here or make your way to the Broken Railroad in order to get to the new region. And we'll talk about how to actually get there. So, like I said, for the sake of showing you guys this, I'm just going to have all this stuff. And we'll just do that. So, hopefully this starts us off in an area that's easy to navigate and doesn't plop me in the middle of the map where I have to figure out if I go one way, left or right, and okay, it's going to pop me into the maintenance shed, which is perfect because now I can look around here for a little bit, because the one thing that you need to get to
this stuff.
the new region is a light source. We're going to be passing through quite a few tunnels. You know, train tunnels, long ones too. Good, I need that too. Pry bar helps. Yeah, we're going to pass through tunnels and cave systems, and it's going to be dark. So you need light sources. So I'm going to try to find as many as I can, or at least ways to burn stuff as much as I can. I'm not going to scrounge around for every little thing because I don't want to be encumbered. But obviously any kind of fire making stuff to an extent I'll pick up. But again, we don't want to be encumbered because we may have to climb, or say I may hold off on the coal. I don't really want to pick up coal. Wood and things of that nature are fine. You'll notice that I had passed over something called a replacement fuse. Now, we're going to talk about that here in a little bit, because one of the things that got added, and I think I mentioned the shortwave radio, was that there is kind of like a quest, I guess you could say, that gets activated when you read a note when we reach the airfield, and that is, it's going to send us on kind of a journey to repair transponders in other regions, which is pretty interesting. Like it's to, and I'm not sure what the end game is because I hadn't gone through that part of it yet, but I just stumbled upon it and I was like, whoa, all right. It's a journal entry that's that. So we do need some food, so I'm not going to pick up every little piece of morsel I see, but I don't want that because I would just end up burning it. Like I said, we're going to just have what I need in maple syrup. That's a good one to have because I'm going to need as much energy as I can get. Like I said, I'm not going to spend too much time scrounging around for stuff, but since I'm here in the maintenance shed, it is a good source of stuff. I'm going to take that and that. I need to stay warm. I don't want to have to worry about having to warm up periodically. Yeah, granted, it's not going to perfect. I'm not going to have to worry about getting, freezing so fast, but I still want to kind of get to the point where I don't want to have to we'll take those and we'll decide. Okay, so first things first, we're going to want to wear that and throw that on, and I want to see which one's better. It looks like the hiking boots are better. Interesting. Okay, so with that being said, we're gonna pretty much drop what we don't need. Like, I know, it's like, but Starman, like, what's going on there, buddy? Like, we're gonna want that stuff. Well, okay, for this sake, no. We have plenty of resources at our disposal. I wish I had some mittens. Those gloves are like, but this way, I don't have to worry about the cold. And I'm gonna kind of more or less just, even if it's like I walk outside and I warm up, perfect. Like, I don't want to have to worry about having to make a fire every, so often. I want to just kind of walk around. So nope, no ammo, nothing like that. We're gonna leave all that stuff. Yeah, we just want to kind of take books and things of that nature, and really it's just to make fire so I can grab torches. The good news is that it's not so terribly long that I'm going to need like a whole bunch of them, but perfect. Yes, this is good. And yeah, I could go through and no, I dropped all that stuff, didn't I? Okay. I mean, I could go through and tear up the harvested clothes so that I don't, I can repair some of the stuff, but yeah, we're okay. I mean, we're not going to worry about that stuff too much, and I don't think a hacksaw, I'm not going to need that. It's just going to be too much weight. If I can find a knife, we will take the Kniffy. We're going to bypass a flashlight just because, you know, the battery's dead. It only works when there's an aurora about, and flare will work. We'll see what that's about. Oh, yeah, okay, gloves are better. And I may end up harvesting something. Yep, okay. Because when I build my fires, I'm not going to leave it to chance. I'm going to just make them. Nope, don't need a line. I'm not going to go fishing. Climbing socks help. Okay, fine. Okay, cool. I may end up way too much already, so like I said, we're just going to probably harvest some.
I could use this.
Nope, and no. Okay, good sewing kit. That's, I think I was missing that. Let's see, how much water do I have here? 50, let's just take it all. And I will say that the airfield has an abundance of supplies. Like, I think there's quite a few, and we'll take an extra can here, I guess. There's quite a few things there, and it's a great place to camp, like a great place to kind of just hunker down and, you know, sit put. Yes, an energy bar, and we want the soda. Just the soda's good because it does replenish both your thirst and your hunger, so it is helpful. It's kind of a 2-for-1 deal. So that's pretty nice, and so we'll get those, and we'll just probably consume those before the water. I searched that. I did come over here and search this. Yep. Yes, I did. Okay. I think that's it. All right. So before floating fuse. Okay. So I'm gonna speak to this. So you need the fuses in order to fix the transponder. Is what I was getting at. You also need scrap metal and wire. So they're in the first transponder. I think all the supplies are right there. We're gonna leave that. All the supplies are right there, so that's not that huge of a deal, but I think the other ones, you may have to take it, because we also need a car battery, and those things are heavy. We're not going to take that rope, because, again, it weighs a ton. We won't need it. But what I'm going to do, because I do want to repair something. Let's go to my clothes. Oh, wait, I want to probably put on the things that I actually want to have on first. I wonder if that's... okay. I wonder if that's because they're just protection and not warm gloves. Well, am I going to get cured? Nah, let's just drop that. We'll just drop that. I thought it was going to be something a little bit warmer than it is, so... okay, I think I have... Oh, there's another shirt here, if this is... a warmer jacket. It is. We're going to throw that on. Perfect. We're going to come back here, we're going to action this, and we are going to harvest it. So at least I have some clothing. I was hoping to find a knife. I might still yet. We'll find out. So, okay. And I want to just kind of check my stuffs. You know what? I don't know if I can, you know what, let's just do a quick repair. See if I can, anyway. I mean, it may fail it, and then I'm out of luck. Okay, it failed once, so I only have one of our cloths, so if this doesn't work, then, well, we're moving on, so it doesn't matter. Oh, okay, cool. So there's that. Anything else that needs repaired direly? That and my head covering. Well, let's just... Yeah, I mean, 6 of one, half a does the other, right? Like, it's either going to be... And it's starting to get a little dark. Okay, so we're done here. All right, cool. All right, so off we go. We're not going to stop and look at cars or anything else like that. Yeah, so, okay, perfect. All right, so now we're going to talk about how to get to this region. And I actually want to, before I even do that, I want to see how much wood I have. Okay, some of those, I probably need to gather some sticks, which I think we'll be able to find out here. But yeah, we need stuff to burn, and we need stuff to start fires with. So we'll still check stuff out, but beyond that, we're not going to go terribly far. And why am I reading this? Okay. Okay. Ah, okay. Okay, so that just goes, right, that doesn't really help me, and that's fine. Okay. Okay, cool. I mean, the map isn't necessary. I know where I'm going. All right, so to give you some bearings, the shed, if I were to continue on that way, on top of that cliff is the hunting lodge. So if you know how to get to the hunting lodge, you're in great shape. You basically want to come into the Forlorn Muskeg, because that's the only way to come in, and just follow the railroad tracks. However that path is to get you to here. I know there's like a collapse and you have to kind of go around in order to get back on to the tracks, but basically that's where you want to end up. But if you start here and you start at the shed, which I think there's only a couple of places in this region where you can actually start. One of them's in the middle, which is a little more confusing because it's in the middle and you don't know which way to go. Here I do, because that way is to the hunting lodge and we want to go this way. So it's basically going to take us west, but I have no compass, so it doesn't really mean anything. But we're going to go this way. We're going to call it west. The reason I'm going the right way, I know I'm going the right way, is because the train car up here. This caboose is kind of like the end of the line, or was, I should say, previous to the DLC. So we'll just kind of make our way. And you know what? I'm going to run because I can, and that's why I said I'm going to pack light and just move so that I don't have to... oh, I thought that was something on top of my... That's weird. It wouldn't surprise me. There's some new stuff in this game and we're going to be very quick about our searches, and anything that we don't need, we're not going to take. And the good news is that we don't have to worry about wildlife, just in case. Antibiotics are always good, just in case. They don't weigh that much. Okay, the one thing I do need are sticks. Because again, we need to create fire. And it's not really necessary to cook anything. I mean, yeah, sure, getting cold a little bit, but I think it's because it's windy. So, here we are at the broken bridge. And it would have just stopped here. Like, you wouldn't be able to cross there, but we are going to cross right here across this tie. And we're across. And we want to pick up the wood.
Food or...
Is it food or... T-shirt. Probably want it for the cloth, so we'll just take that anyway. I don't think there's anything in here that is good. I mean, random. I don't need the ketchup chips. We'll take the flare, though, because that's always good. If there's any notes, meh. They would be probably for this region anyway. So, on we go. And so the tunnel is basically the transition to the next region. And we will get there. And the first thing we'll notice is that it's dark. I want to make sure I don't want to pick up any rose hips because I don't need them. We're just going to pick up sticks because we want to build a fire fast. I'm not going to create so many because, I mean, I shouldn't pick up so many sticks just because, well, you know, we're going to need fire, but, and we're going to show you it's already. So we are in the dark, and it's only going to get darker. So immediately I am going to make a fire wherever it's going to plop me. Okay. And we're going to add the accelerant so that we can actually make fire quickly. Okay, so yeah, we are in the far range branch line, and we are in a tunnel. So we're going to throw sticks on because I have 12 of them. And we're going to throw 2 of the reclaimed woods. And we're going to basically take a torch, extinguish it, and put it away. All right, take a torch, extinguish it, and put it away. And we're going to take one more torch, and we're going to run with it. That can stay burning, it's fine. I know, and we'll take that extra torch that's lying there. That's always good, but it's good to just have your light, because you are going to need it. I mean, you will find it gets very dark very fast. So we just keep moving through this tunnel. There may be a few things here and there, you know, laying around. You're more than welcome to pick them up, but really it's just keep following the tracks. There's only one way to go. We will eventually come to a doorway, which is the only way through, and we'll get to that. So, and it's dark, so the good news is that you have multiple torches, and yeah, there's flares, and I'm probably not going to need every single one of them. It just seems like a far away, and you know, if you're doing anything harder than a pilgrim, you're going to want to make sure that you have you're well prepared, because once we get out into the next region, The weather is a little unforgiving, and you're going to need to be prepared
Still eat this.
with clothes and warm clothes and things like that. So like I said, for the sake of just getting there, we're just gonna do that. I'm gonna leave that. We're just gonna get there. I'm not worried about the warmth factor, but you probably will if you decide to go through with something a little more difficulty intense, if you will. And yeah. So it makes it interesting. So there's a lot of collapses in here. I am excited. Here we go. Okay, so there's the doorway, and yep, there's no way through. It's a collapse, so we gotta go through this path. I'm gonna guess it's like those emergency evacuation tunnels, like in case there's the locomotion, the train has a fire and. Okay, now we come to this T section, which is basically just a room over here. If you haven't picked up the pry bar yet, you are more than welcome to... sometimes it will be here. Ah, perfect, a lantern. I will probably use that instead of torches. I decided to pick up torches just because in case the lantern wasn't here. But if you happen to pick up the lantern, it is great because, well, yeah. You don't have to worry about that a little bit. We want to take that, and we want to take matches. Fire is always good. I don't need the toke unless I'm going to break it down, but I don't think I'm going to need it for that. So, again, abundance of stuff everywhere. I'm not even going to look through everything. Okay, so here's the other place where the pry bar is. It's behind this shelf. Now, the first time I did this was not here. And I'll show you why. Some people want to use the pry bar, and my torch is about to go out, so we're going to throw it, and we're going to bring up the lantern. Light above. Let there be light. This is a new thing. It's a miner's flashlight, industrial flashlight, larger, more efficient battery. Now, something tells me that it's not going to work, but I also suspect that we'll take it. Why not? I mean, it's probably not going to work right now just because, well, the battery's dead, I'm sure. You know what? We're going to set this down while I finagle and check it out. Yeah, see, the battery's dead on it. So we'll put it away for now. If there's anything I have to drop, guess what's going first? Okay, so we come out here and we go back down this tunnel. It's good to stop at a tunnel down in that control room just because of that. Now, the next place you come is you have a stairs going down an exit, and you have another tunnel. And they both kind of go to the same place. And if you're in a hurry to get to the airfield, you will want to go down the stairs. This is why you need the pry bar if you want to go through this door. So we'll open this door and go there, and it basically goes to the other side of the collapse, as you can see. So that goes to the open tunnel. I will show you where the stairs take you. We're going to end up in the same place. So some people are like, why would I need to take this way if I'm going to be going down anyway? And I asked myself the same question. There's a pry bar here, and I know why that's there. As in case you start, once you get in here and you start in this region, that pry bar has to be there because you need the pry bar to open that door. So the stairs take you, let me get up here, all the way down there. So that little... where that ladder is, yep, that takes you out there, and then you climb down. And then, because we need to head down anyway, but from up here, there is a climbing rope. And again, I'm not sure if I want to utilize that at all. I was kind of contemplating it. I'm like, well, all right, it's here, but I can always just go back around and take the stairs. Why would I need to climb? Because there's a rope there, and that's fine. That pry bar, how many pry bars have I come across? 4 now? That'll be good if in case I need a big energy boost. Light shut. Nah, we're going to leave that stuff. Like I said, we're going to kind of hustle. And hustle more. So over here you see the rock to attach a rope to. Oops, I didn't grab the rope. But okay, you get the idea is that you deploy the rope there. And then it takes you down, you climb down, and you waste a lot of energy doing that. And kudos to you for doing it. Congratulations.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
See, and already I'm encumbered. Like, it's too heavy for me. Probably because I picked up a little too much stuff. But we're going to tie this rope off just for the sake of tying it off. And then we're going to go back down the stairs, and I mean, it's pretty clear where it goes. It goes down. But yeah, we're going to go back. Like I said, it's like this would be the only reason I can think of why this would be a way to go is if in this region it starts you here, probably where that rockfall is, and you have to get a way down or through. I haven't tested that out yet, but that's my hunch based on the equipment items that are kind of left and where everything leads. So we'll stick with that, and I'm going to need my lantern again because it's about to get very dark again. So let's just light this up now, just so we can see where we're going once it gets down to be a little darker. You know, I post-production, I've turned up the brightness so you guys aren't looking at a blinding light and black tunnel. But for me, yeah, I'm just kind of looking. I mean, it probably shows like 5 feet ahead of you. But the good news is that you're pretty much going straight. All right, so there's the stairs, and it goes straight down. Where I showed you guys the, you know, concrete slab, and we climb down. Now, we're not going to climb down that ladder because, well, it's broken. So, just down, 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 down. Okay, we're going to burn the lamp off because we're not going to need it. And put it away. Because you want to conserve the lantern fuel. Okay, climb down this log. And feel free, if you're wanting to follow along, pause this and, you know, kind of pick up where you left off, you know, where I left off from down there or down here, whatever. You want to pause it and go and do your thing so you kind of catch up. But this will at least give you some idea of where to go. I know for me, I got myself turned around in the next cave system, which we'll go to. I will admit that I'm a little notorious with getting myself lost in caves, mostly because, I don't know, you hit a T section and you're like, I'll go down this way, and then it goes to another T section in certain caves, and anyway, I get myself turned around easily, or I don't see the path. It may be very obvious a path, but see, there's a rope we just laid out on the rock, so you can climb down there. See, we base, you know, you can waste the energy and climb down, or you can take the stairs, which I was like, well, I'll just opt for the stairs every time. This region does have a few rabbits, and again, we're going to avoid it. And there's a deer over there too. I just passed it, so we're going to avoid that too. Now this is a pass-through cave system, which, yep, it's like kind of a transition cave. All right, so we're gonna light this guy up again. Yeah, the plate layer shortcut. And this is what this region is called, or this cave, I guess you could say. I don't know what that means, but I don't know how much of a shortcut it is compared to what, because it seems to be the way. Let's see, I missed that. That is just a dead end, so we go the way that it goes. And I'll show you where I got turned around and how easy it is to get turned around because, well, the path isn't as obvious walking around in the dark with a lantern, even with a lantern. So here we have 2 sections, and this one goes down here. And it seems like, oh, look, the cave's about to open up. Well, it does, and it opens up to an area where there's a few sticks to get. There's also a campfire here, so this is a good place to kind of get your bearings if you need to. There's a knife here. I don't think, I think I did this 2 or 3 times, and I think each time there is thermals. I wonder if this is gonna be better or worse. Based on, oh, because it's, well, okay, so while I'm here, burn down campfire, if this has, it does not, okay. I think I'm going to wait, we'll hold on to that because I don't want to sit here and burn lamp fuel if I don't have to. Yeah, so, okay, so, but seemingly that this is all there is, and you're like, well, okay, so where does that other place go? Because it went up. And we'll go that way. So yeah, again, that's a good place to kind of get your bearings, camp out if you need to, especially if you're just coming from a region and you're wanting to take a break before you venture more forward. There's a, it's burnout campfire, so you're good there. So this looks like a dead end, and then this looks like a lookout. But if you turn to your right more, you see there's a little cliff ledge here. This is what I missed, and so I'm like, where is this opening to the region? And once I started wandering around a little bit more, I found that ledge. That is where you're gonna come out to the other end of the cave. So that was where I got turned around. That first time I was just like, oh my gosh, I am so lost, and I got myself turned around again, and anyway. So once I found that out, I was just like, oh my gosh, duh. So we'll just, yeah. And it just goes up and up and up and up and up. And yeah, so it goes up and out that way. And then down here is just another dead end with possible flare or some other piece of supply to get. But yeah, it's like you think about it, it's like, all right, so it is a pretty straightforward cave. It just, the path isn't as straightforward. All right, now we are in the, let's put that away. And this is why I said it's good to get your bearings in the cave there, because if you're using anything, playing this on anything other than Pilgrim or maybe Voyager, and let's just say you don't have the clothes, you're not going to do so hot. So there's only 2 ways to go, and that one is clearly blocked, so we're going to go this way. My guess is that that's a continuation from the collapse from the top of the trestle that we saw, and then the railroad keeps on going. So it's kind of nice that they just kept the railroad going, it goes through pretty much the entire map. I'm trying to think of where it dead ends on the far end. It goes into, and here was another place where I kind of got a little bit confused, but duck. You duck and you go through underneath. Yeah, the train goes all the way to, I think it goes to the coastal highway? Or does it, maybe go coastal highway, it kind of stops there. It's something like that. I can't quite remember. Again, see, I don't memorize these maps. I just kind of have an idea of where stuff is in the map, but not these. These are, I'm going to have to do some serious exploring on this stuff, and you know what? Perhaps we'll do them together. Because I kind of want to do a series about getting the quest here, and I'll show you guys. I'll climb up and show you guys that bit. Steely Chasm, as you can see, it's a chasm with a big old river. The other thing we're not going to do is we're not going to make any maps. We will need a ton of charcoal in order to make the maps, which we'll do another time, if at all. And maybe not in this run, because again, this is just going to show you where things are. Railroad cars, but from what I was exploring, these are just closed off, so they're not really, they don't have anything. And, I I was kind of laughing at myself. Periodically, if you notice, periodically on the railroad tracks, you'll see a car here, a car there, some ones that have fallen over, and you're like, well, where's the, so what happened? Why did they disconnect? Or, why are these just randomly here in the middle of the tracks? I don't question it. If they have supplies, I'm happy. So it was just a thought that I had. I'm like, I don't think trains just sit out. Rabbit. And more rabbit. Alright, so the wind is picking up a little bit here, which is what it is. But we just keep going straight. There really isn't anywhere else to go, which is kind of nice because it's, at least on this end of it. When we come out, there are 2 paths, and one of them goes to a dead end for now, and the other one goes to the airfield. So we're going to check out this new region, and again, here's another tunnel, and I will find out. Let's find out if it, yep, it gets dark. So we are going to need the lantern again. These are great places if you're getting tired. See, already with my scrounging around and in the shed and my hiking and all that, it's almost dark. We might, for the sake of me not wandering around in the dark with you guys, might camp out in here before the end and then start up anew in the morning. That way we can... I might take it to the end because you can only sleep so long before you're, you know, fully rested, and then I'd have to sit there and play cards for hours on that. But this is just the railroad going through another tunnel, and it is straight and it is boring. So I apologize for that, I guess. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, don't let this fool you. It's just an opening in the ceiling, but we're gonna keep our lantern lit. And on we go. Because when we come out, we'll be at a train terminal, which actually does have quite a few good things. A lot of neat items are there, at least for, you know, doing the easiest of difficulties. I had forgotten how. Whoa, okay, that sneaks up on you. I knew it was coming up, I just couldn't remember when. And it's right there. I had forgotten how plentiful the resources are on these easy settings. Like, I don't play these easier settings anymore because, well, I mean, I don't have a need to. It kind of gets boring when you're like, all right, I have all this stuff. Like, animals fear me. You know, like, I can run up to a wolf or a bear and they go running off. And it kind of doesn't make it too fun. Here we go. We're at the transfer pass region now. Whoop, let's turn that off. And put it away. So it's... Okay, so it's not dark at all yet, but we're getting there. We might actually make it to the terminal where we can kind of camp out. I'm actually going to burn some of my energy off so that I can sleep. And sleep a full night, and then that way we're up and at 'em. I know you're tired. You're not tired. Okay. Let's see if we pass through here. We can. This tempered flat cars. Yep. And for those of you who are completionists, we're going to take that firewood. On the map completionists, you know, take note of all these locations. There are some that I have not come across, but, you know, I know you're going to probably want to go down there and check things out. But again... Oh, I thought that was like Briggs running in front of me. Okay. So we're going to run some more. Yeah, we don't want to... We're done lollygagging and walking. We're going to wear ourselves out. This is kind of a long haul. But there's all kinds of... I think there's some deer over here. There's those pigeons. I'm going to call them pigeons because I don't know if I'm pronouncing the names of those things right. So I'm going to be completely un-Canadian because I'm not Canadian. And just call them pigeons because that's what they look like. Or like they're pigeon pheasants. There you go. But we'll just call them pigeons. I thought they're around here somewhere, and I'll probably stumble across them. Now, these names are cracking me up. Loitering Marsh. Well, clearly it's not going anywhere. Move along, Marsh. Okay. And so here is a tower. Okay, so now I'm getting tired. Now I've got the sprain affliction, or sprain risk affliction coming, which is... It is what it is. There's it's a little tower there, and so anyway, we're not gonna go there, but we know it's there. Here is the Bacon Depot. So this is kind of a nice place to stop and rest, which is probably what we're gonna do. No more trains. Well, thanks for that. I didn't. So as you can see, you can search through the suitcases.
Useful in here.
There usually is. I will leave it all. I don't need all of that stuff. Oh, okay. And anything in this suitcase. And, okay. And books and books and books. Open. And there's agua, which we might end up taking. More books. There's a chair. Anything else useful here? No. Okay, so what I'm going to do before it gets too dark, because I'm not going to head down that way because it's kind of the wrong way. So we got this, which just looks like I think it's a coal chute for the train cars there. It's pretty cool. If we keep going all the way, and we're going to sprint some more. Let me make sure that my daylight is almost out. We're gonna come up here. Yep. And just kind of run around, just follow the train tracks all the way until the dead ends. Because it has its own little name down here at the end. So again, for you cartographers, this is here. Immutable hesitation. I don't know what that means, but there's that. So there's another marker to go on. I don't think I picked up any charcoal, so, but we're, you know what, for the sake of just noting it, there it is. And it dead ends. Depot's down further. And I think before it gets too dark, I want to light a fire. Perhaps drink some soda pop. Which is always good to have. And
I do find a place to rest.
Yeah, we will. Because I want to get myself absolutely exhausted so that when I do a full night rest, then I'll be able to sleep through the night and wake up and it'll be daylight, and then we can continue on our path. Because once we get to the airfield region, the airfield is not right there, I guess you could say. It's kind of, it's a little bit of a hike. And there's two ways that we can go. One of them is kind of hidden, but it's a bit of a shortcut and a little safer. And there's a long way, which is basically following a road. I know there's wolves along that path. So it's kind of one of those, you know, at your discretion on how, you know, which path you take. Because it actually is not just the airfield that is there, as one might think. That's what I thought at first. I thought it was just the airfield, but there's a whole lake behind it. Open door, or go in door. Alright, so we have the fireplace, take the charcoal, put it away. We don't need it. We're going to start a fire. We're going to... we don't... Okay. Well, alright. Hopefully this doesn't go out. Go, go, go. Burn, burn, burn. Cool.
Turned out pretty well.
It did indeed. Alright, and we'll want to throw the cedar log on here to remove the weight. We may want to, let's add that, and let's add that for good measure. Some reclaimed wood. Whoops. Sticks. Okay. Anything that I needed to do? If anything, it's just going to have me fully rested, and it might be pre-dawn, but at least... And how... okay, it's just before dawn. Let's do a bedroll. Let's do a pastime. Just, I want the sun to come up a little bit more. Okay. Pick it up. Alright. This will do-ish. Okay, so on we go. I think I want to take some of the water out of this toilet. I know, it's terrible to see, so let's take all. Not that I'm going to use the water too much when I have, if I can find more soda, that is, but... Okay, so, the next path we're going to take, we're going to want to follow this road. Now, it kind of can get backwards because we're more or less going against the way we came, so let me just come up here and show you. We came down from the railroad track down that road. We are going to go up this way, which is where the airfield is. There is another road, and it's easy to get turned around because it does loop it around. But the good news is that there is a sign here, and the Langston mine is going to be the next region. I'm certain of it. It's a gold mine, and it's down that road. Right now it goes to nothing. It goes to a dead end with rock collapse, whatever. But that's going to be the next region. But we want to go to Field 31, which is the airfield. So we're going to go this way. It's pretty nice that it's there. But if you happen to miss it, just know that you kind of want to go against the way you came. Kind of like doubling back sort of deal. Or switchback. That's what it's called. Thank you. Yeah, switchback. And we just follow it along. And I don't know how much running I want to do because I need to conserve some of my energy. Granted, I've got an energy drink if I need it, but we'll just see how long this actually takes me to get there. And we just follow this right along. And I think there's rabbits up here, so if you're looking for that kind of game, they're there. There's a car here, which we're just going to bypass because, meh, there might be some in there. I don't know. But we're going to make sure that I actually hit the right road, which I did. I'm pretty sure I did because the sign said to go this way. If the sign's all backwards, then I'm in trouble, but I'm pretty certain it'll take us to a tunnel. The good news with this region is that, you know, most of the time, just follow the road. The roads are always going to lead you to your next destination, unless there's a collapse. So that's kind of nice, but there are some shortcuts which, you know, it's off the beaten path and it may be safer, but, you know, you just have to find it. So now it leads to the transfer pass. Now, this takes us to the airfield region. So you don't start at the field. I mean, it looks like you're like, where do they put an airfield in here? Well, it's a little bit of a ways. And I'm debating whether to show the shortcut or just to take the road. I mean, okay, so I'll probably show the shortcut, but basically if you want to take the road instead or you can't find the shortcut, who knows, I may not be able to either. Actually, I think that's it. Maybe. I think that's it. But essentially, you'll just want to follow the road. Well, we'll find out if this is actually it. I feel like it is, but I don't know. Watch this kill. Nope. Okay, that ain't it. I know it's a little bit of. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, this looks a little too hairy to be that. No, it looks a little too soon. No, that ain't it. Okay. No. Yeah, so when I went out looking for the path, I kind of stumbled upon it, and I just kind of followed it around, and I honestly don't quite know how I got there, but I know I crossed a log. But we'll see if I can't get... You know what? That's it right there. So I think it was way back at the beginning. You know what? We're gonna go back. So if you want to keep following the path, you just follow this little creek bed and it goes to the road. You just follow it all the way down. It is a very long way to go, because you are essentially walking down a road, and it goes around the mountain, and the way that we're going to take is kind of through it. So we'll see where that path is. I don't think it's there. I think it's actually further back, to be honest. Yeah, I think it is over here. We'll just make sure that, because it goes up, and then we're following a path on the cliff edge. So I think it's up there. I think that's it. Yep, that is it. Yeah. Yep. Okay, cool. Now I just passed it a little bit. So the way we came in was down that road, but as soon as you hit this where it looks like there's a collapse and you can walk around it, you can walk around it if you want, but the way up, and we'll see if I can do it. At least I was able to get down from there, but I don't know if I can actually get up here. That's a little... Okay, hold on. Maybe I can't. Maybe I could only get down. Because I don't see a climbing spot, but, I mean, that was it. Huh. Alright, well, I'll have to look into that. Or, you know what? If somebody knows the way, and maybe we'll try to look for it, but I know the road is the surefire way, but it's long. I don't know if it's just the way back is... That's I don't know if, well, okay, I didn't go up that way, but let's just take a look if I can climb up through there. Because that's kind of where I need to be, is up through that, but it doesn't look like I can get there. And this is too hairy to, I'm not going to bother because I have a feeling I'd just fall. And then, nah, I don't even think I can get anywhere from there. So, we'll just keep moving on. But, when coming, yes, like I said, I came back through the shortcut, so I didn't have to walk all the way back around. And that was kind of like the end of my exploration for day one, basically. Because I spent a lot of time at the airfield, except most of the time I spent at the airfield I spent in the glimmering fog, and I got lost. I mean, it was foggy, and it's a very open field. It's kind of like getting lost. It'd be like the equivalent of getting lost in Pleasant Valley, except like 3 times as big, and there are no trees, and there are there's hardly anything. Like, it is a literal open field. So a little difficult to get to. Did I go up and over on this one? I can't remember. Or did I go down? Whoop. Down. Here we go. Okay, crouch. Okay. With the truck. Anything to button? No. Okay, we don't want it anyway. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like the road path is our way, and I may have to search for that mountain pass, or the Vista Pass, whatever you want to call it. If somebody knows just out of the gate where that path is, if I was on the right track or if I missed it completely, you know, let me know in the comments. Because I'm always up for finding shortcuts, because this is a long way. And, you know, we'll get there. And, you know what, I'm just going to run it now because, yeah, it is a long way. And we'll probably drink that energy drink just to give myself a little bit of a boost, and we'll go from there. But, you know what? I may end up giving myself the sprinting achievement or something. Who knows? That 50-mile sprinting achievement. I don't know if it has to be in one game or if it's total. It might be in one game. So, me sprinting, you know, for a couple hundred feet is not enough, clearly. And hopefully my stamina has recovered, and we're just going to run again, at least best we can. It is going to... Yeah, it does go... It is a long path, and it goes around the mountain. And, yeah, this is... Whoa, okay, I forgot about that. Yeah, a little precarious. You know, watch your step. Because it is a long way down. Yeah, it's back there, but clearly I either missed it, or you can only come back the short way? No, see, I don't think so. I think I missed it. Anyway. But, again, for the completionist, this is, gets you some extra areas, extra spots, if you will, to map. And, yeah, we're just gonna run. Because we're gonna, it really does wind around, and we're going around the mountain. And we'll just, well, just keep going. Let my guy pant all day long. I may end up drinking energy drink. Yes. Now, did I screw myself by oh, we can just forever run, kind of, without getting tired. I think if once it wears off, you crash. I know you do with the emergency stim, but I don't know if you do with this. So we cross this log. I just thought there might have been a view of the airfield, but there's not. I wouldn't run across this thing anyway. I might be hasty, but I'm not dumb. So further. Okay, so there's that. I don't know how long the energy drink lasts. Well, we'll find out as soon as it burns off. I guess it's probably about this. I mean, is it the same as coffee? Like, you don't crash, but I know the emergency system, like, you crash hard. Like, you get that boost, but then as soon as it wears off, it's like, yeah. Yeah, it'll let you go, but, you know, after that, that's it. Now, I do know it's like, I've used the emergency stim before in an emergency situation where I think I was about to die and I used it. And it did get me through. I think I was trying to climb Timberwolf Mountain, to be honest. I think it was the first time I tried climbing Timberwolf. And, I think I was freezing to death. I was caught in a blizzard. I got myself turned around. Surprise, surprise. And, nope, we're just, okay. And, I think I was doing the death wander. And I hit myself with the stem and was able to find a cave and get warmed up. Like, I don't think the death wander was so bad that I was, you know, out of control, but it was enough that it was like annoying. Okay, see, yeah, we're taking the long way because that sign is the airport. We'll see another sign at a crossroad, and it'll take us. That one will take us to the airfield. The other way, well, headache. Hold on a second. Oh, I know, from the energy drink. It's not debilitating, but the occasional shot of pain and blurred vision can be distracting. Okay, so that'll wear off. So that's. Okay, so you don't crash tired. Okay, this is the a cabin. It's a trailer. Junker's paddock. Okay, I don't think I actually went in here at any point, but I'm curious to see if there's anything useful. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. We're not, like I said, I probably shouldn't even be looking through this stuff. I mean, I don't even know if I'm wanting to find anything. You know what? Okay, we're humor me here for a second. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I want that. I don't know if I had any more cattails in case I need to fire. Nah, okay, there. This has probably got some clothing in it that I don't need, so we'll just bypass all that. Nope. Okay, we're good. Coffee, peaches, okay, fine. But other than that, stump remover, soda, okay. I was actually kind of looking for lighter fluid. I didn't want to have to use the lamp oil if I need to make a fire really quick, but that's okay. Alright, onward. Midday, just about, so we're okay there. It just is getting a little foggy. Okay, cool. Headache's gone. Okay, so that's the affliction that comes with drinking the energy drinks, which I guess is true to life for some people. Personally, not for me, really. Usually it's like if I get an energy drink, and if I drink it fast enough, I will be awake for a few hours, but then I fall asleep. Like, it's like I kind of come down hard off of it. So I don't drink those too often. I know. They're terrible for you. Okay, now, like I said, I know there's wolves on this path, but since we're doing this on Pilgrim, I'm not sure where they wander are, and because it's one of those things where if they come across you, they just turn around and run away. So it's not like, you know, I'm having to worry about being attacked by any means. But again, I'm not. I know they're on this path. I just don't quite know where. You know, I'm sure at one point I'll probably do a full survival series where, you know what, we do end up doing you know, survival plus the quests from this, which we'll get to, and I'll show you. Be patient. We're almost there. We're almost there. I know this is like turned into a kind of a long episode, but or a long video, just to show you how to get to the airfield and all the cool stuff that there is. I think when we get to the airfield, there's a lot of buildings and a lot of stuff to show you, but I think we're just going to go straight to the tower, and I'll kind of hit on some of the cool things that are in a couple of the buildings, and then we'll kind of end up at the tower. Okay, now here's the crossroads. We do want to go down this path because that's where that is. That one leads to a cabin up on a lake, or on, it's out there. We don't want to go that way, so we want to go this way because we want to get to the airfield. Airfield is our goal, and I'm getting tired. I should probably not run so much. And if I were going to run so much, I probably should have taken that coffee. You know what? We're gonna drink the coffee because, well, coffee is good for us. It's at least will reduce the fatigue while we're running. Maybe. I don't know how much it will reduce it. I mean, it shows like it's depleting, but I don't know how fast it's actually happening. And hopefully I don't like hit here and just absolutely crash. I don't want to have to like sleep in the middle of the afternoon. Although I like naps. Naps are fun. Yeah, I love naps. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Like I said, this is not a short hike, so I'm a little more curious about what that shortcut is going to the airfield from the transfer region. Because this is such a long hike, and I would not want to make this hike on a harder difficulty when literally there's hardly any resources around as far as I can see. I mean, obviously I haven't ventured off too far, but you know, I don't want to. I wouldn't want to get caught out here. It's, you know, with the wind and all that stuff. Yeah. So as you can see, it's starting to clear out. And here we are. There's the airfield. You can see over on the right through the fog is the hangar. The hangar is a great place for resources. It has bedrooms. There's a whole bunch of stuff. And in the basement, there's a forge and a bed, which is very helpful. I know there's a bed upstairs in the hangar, but it's got all kinds of cool stuff there. But the forge is the big one there. I think you can also potentially find a hammer to go with that forge. Up here is a terminal, which has some lots of suitcases to go through. I think this is a maintenance shed before the terminal. Yes, it is. We're not going to go into the hangar, but on the left side where that truck is, there's a door to the inside. There's also one on the right side. You can go inside, and then the stairs directly to your left when you go in that left door will take you down to the basement, which is where the forge is. And, you know, this hangar has some planes and helicopters, and you can get in and search the planes and helicopters. These helicopters, well, I'll just go in here and show you. There's not just, okay, so there's stuff there, but there's a compartment here, there's a compartment here, there's a compartment here, up here, and up here, and there's one hand here and one here. So, and, I mean, you know.
Could end up being useful.
I may not. No, we're here. We're not gonna scrounge around for that stuff. But anyway, so you can search the planes too, and they're great. We're not gonna go inside the terminal, but the terminal has a lot of suitcases. Now, of course, and in Pilgrim here, they're gonna be loaded with all kinds of stuff. So you know, just be ready for an overload of stuff. But let's see. There's rabbits and the control tower. Now, here is where we're gonna find the good stuff, and I will go around to the other side first because I will show you a few things. This is a transponder, and you'll see the scrap metal and some more scrap metal, and it looks like fuses and wires and a car battery, and I'll show you why all that's there here in a second. Again, just your typical area of stuff to scrounge around for, but we're gonna go all the way up. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And we'll talk about the quest that we're going to pick up here. So, long set of stairs. Okay, now, where is it? Ah, here it is. Okay, so the operations memo. So we're going to read this, and it says, Hey crew, as you know, we've been asked to provide SAR coverage for the rest of Great Bear. We're tapping into the existing radio transmitter system, but it's pretty old. The transmitter towers are scattered all over the lower island, included one we jury-rigged right here on Field 31 Tower. The transmitter boxes are a bit prone to breaking down, but when powered and in good working order, each tower can cover a decent range, well beyond the region it's located in. Update your survey maps with the transmitter sites in Forlorn Muskeg, Mystery Lake, and Milton. Expect to do annual maintenance. The wiring and batteries seem particularly fragile, and we've had some trouble with fuses as well. So keep that in mind. Remember, wiring, battery, fuses. Okay. Testing continues, but initial reports have picked up. Hold on a second. Picked up some signal interference, unusual transmissions in the following locations in Lower Great Bear: Bleak Inlet, home of the cannery site; Pleasant Valley, but we haven't determined where. Somewhere in the hushed river valley. Without these transmitters working, we'll have a hell of a time locating any transponder signals from crashed planes or whatever. So we need to stay on top of this. Signed, Captain Rhetoric, 14th Wing SAR. Okay. Now, as you saw through that, you see all these lights coming on. We have, and you saw the insomnia infliction kick in, and radar's kicked on. It looks like everything's come to life, like we're in an aurora. Okay, they're leaving. Okay, whatever. This is the glimmer fog, and okay, so we'll go down this tower because everything's lit up. Yep, it seems to only happen in the daytime from the times that I've come across it. And we're going to talk about that here in a hot second when I get down here, and I'll show you what this looks like because it's kind of freaky. Okay, so first of all, first thing you see is that everything's lighting up like it would during Aurora, but what you also see, the ground is glimmering. It's eerie as hell, and it really caught me off guard at first. So we're going to talk about what happened here. This insomnia risk. So your risk insomnia is spending time inside the glimmer fog. So this is caused by the glimmer fog is insomnia. As you can see, it just went up a point. Avoid the glimmer fog or find an underground location to lower the risk. When I came across this first, I stayed out in it way too long because I decided, I was like, it can't be that bad. Like, what is this stuff? Like, just the aurora? Fine. Okay, everything's lit up and I can just go wandering. Yeah, no, that's not a good idea because it is fog. And out here, well, you get lost. It is open field. So for the meantime, I'm going to show you how to do this, but we're going to go find some shelter. And actually, it's going to take us to the hangar in the basement, and that should decrease it, and that's where we're going to end it. So here's a transmitter. As you see, it's a jumbled mess. But yeah, each of those locations, actually, let me go back here. So it told us where to go for those, and we're going to, I think it is in, where did it go? Notes, transmitter, mementos, might be that. Oh, no, darn it. There should have been. I'm gonna go all the way down here. Newsprint, that ain't it. No. Where was it? Notes? Maybe? Stay along notes, nope. Notes, transmitters, select. Oh, okay. Transmitter covers far territory region. Okay. All right. So it did say Milton, Forlorn Muskeg, and Mystery Lake. So basically, when you get to those regions, you want to look for this. Anyway, so we have repair wires, and it says we need 2 wires required to fix this item. We also need a repair battery. Repair metal parts, we need 5 of those, And wires, fuses, you need 3 of those. So luckily all the stuff is here. And what we're going to do first is grab this beefy guy because it is 15 kilograms.
Carry this load for much longer.
And we'll want to replace it. Load that up. Okay. Cool. So that's taken care of. Next, we want to grab the fuses, the wires, look through this box because I'm pretty sure there's fuses. So there's all the fuses here. The good news is that all the items that we need for this one are right here. So we want to pick up scrap metal. There it is. Okay. Waiting to find out where the pickup was. Scrap metal, and I think that was the 5th one. I hope that was the 5th one. So we want to replace fuses. Takes all 3 of those, replaces them. And then next is the wires. Stick in there like I know what I'm doing. And replace the metal parts. Okay, so I did pick up 5. It'll tell you if you don't have enough, pretty much. I hope this... I'm gonna have to, like... I wasn't expecting to be doing this in the middle of the glimmer fog where, you know, I got the insomnia infliction. I'd rather not have that because it kind of takes a while to get rid of that. So we'll see. And I think that was the last thing, right? Fuses, the wires, the battery, the metal part. Yeah, that's okay. So that's it. So everything's replaced, and we're going to switch this on. Whoops, hold it down. On. And there, it works. And we close that up. And it works. Now, we're going to go into our journal. And transmitters. And it shows that it covers the far-reaching territory. Cool. Now, what that means, I'm not sure yet. It's not like I get an extra map. I was certain, though, that you pick up the transponder at the top of the tower. Okay, so for the sake of looking, I'm going to check this out. How far am I? 32%. Okay, we're going to have to kind of hurry. We have to kind of hurry. So let's up we go, up we go. Yeah, we're going to run up the stairs here. Up. Okay. Ah, there it is. There's a transponder. Okay. We need to take that. There it is. Okay. Jeez, I didn't pick it up. Okay, so you have to take it with you in order to take that. So there we go. There it is. Okay, so you have this signal void, which is the quest. And, or it's a challenge, I guess. But, so you need to repair a transmitter, Mountain Town, Pleasant Valley, and Forlorn Muskeg is where it's telling us to go. We already did the one here.
Not sure why I feel so tired.
Yep, well, we're gonna head over there. So we got one objective completed. Yep, so it's gonna... So that's how you start that quest. And we're just gonna head on out. And we'll have to pass through this stuff. Hopefully I can... I need to make my way to... I need to make my way to the hangar. And... right there. Let's see, we want to go past the helicopters and the planes. We want to kind of hurry here. Oh, yep, there we go. So we're going to head to that door. And I'm out of stamina. That's okay. Because I think the idea is that we want to head to the basement, because then we'll see the insomnia kind of disappear. So there's a hangar, and the basement is going to be down here. And down we go. I think, yeah, for now it's like we have light, but that's because of the glimmer. So let's open this up. Yeah, so we have lights in here. Hangar, basement. So we wander through here, and the forge is over here. And I'm going to look to see if this helped. And we'll wait here for a hot second. Okay, so we hang out in the basement and this goes away. Pretty much when we find ourselves in the dark is when it's over. So there's, so that's that. Okay, folks, I think that covers it. So this is a good place to start for if you're wanting to get to the airfield and go wander around. Just be mindful of the glimmer fog because you will get lost in the sauce out there. And then that's that for that. I will see you all next time. Hope you enjoyed it. Give me a like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. If there's any other tricks, if you happen to know that shortcut from the entrance of the airfield to the airfield without taking that long way that we took, let me know. I will see you all next time. Adios.